Hello YouTube, my name is Nick, and today I have another one of those dumb videos that I still don't really know what to call. I got some more metal stuff to show you today. I could probably do like 4 videos for the amount of crap that I have, but I'm going to try to just split it into 2. I'm just going to do the majority of the CDs that I have right now, and the next one I'll probably do my vinyl and cassettes and some other swag and stuff. But I got a ton of crap. Next video I'm going to do will be the new series, because I kind of wanted to lead into this because I got something for it, almost specifically for it. So I got a bunch of crap for here. They're here today. Hopefully you find some cool stuff that you haven't seen before. So these first 3 albums are from the same band. It's a one-man black metal project from Italy by the name of Chiral. This is the album Night Sky. This is the newest full length from them, came out last year. It's kind of almost folky, pseudo Cascadian black metal with a lot more doom metal influence than most bands like this, which is why I think this catches my attention more, because I'm typically not a fan of the style. Some of it catches my eye better than others. I feel like some of the bands out there kind of just like copy each other. Like, yeah, it does sound really good, but like, I don't know, some of it just sounds really samey to me, and this stuff kind of separates itself from the pack. This next one is Abysso by Chiral. This is the full length before Night Sky, I believe, and this was a re-recorded demo with some added stuff to it. Just really gorgeous stuff, great instrumentation. Like I said, it's a one-man band, so he does essentially everything himself. I think there are some guest spots on a release or 2. So yeah, if you like some really deep, long, thoughtful, well-written, just kind of different, atmospheric black doom, definitely check out Chiral. This is the newest, I think it's an EP, Snow Heritage. This is a pretty limited release that I know of. It's out of 27, which is a very strange number. I got number 6. I think it's on a CDR. Pretty cool artwork. I'm not usually a fan of this kind of digipack, where it's just kind of just literally paper, but this one feels very, very nice. It's that delicious matte finished paper where it's not just like paper feeling, it feels neat. This next one is one of the coolest releases I've ever bought on CD, and I'm very surprised on the quality of this release, although I probably shouldn't be. This is Heart of the Woods by In the Woods, released by Demo Murti. Right there, there's the logo. In the Woods is a very influential band, kind of older school, like progressive black metal, almost one of those bands where you can't put them in a specific genre, because A, they changed a lot during their career, and B, they have such a complex sound that words doesn't exactly do it justice, I suppose. This is their, essentially their whole discography. This is their 3 full lengths. Heart of the Woods. Here, I'll show you the discs, because they're on like the sweet black discs. So yeah, there's disc 1. Yeah, it's their 3 full lengths. I've been wanting to buy some stuff from them for a long time, because I've been a fan, but I just never really pulled the trigger. And this is essentially the perfect thing for anyone who wants anything from them. And they actually just reformed and are making a new album, so that's super exciting for me. This year so far has been a year of the comeback, and I'm definitely happy for that. So yeah, this is a really, really high quality release. It has a giant booklet in it that's fixed to the book itself, because this is like a thick spined, like, actual book, it feels like. So yeah, if you're into the woods, or you want to get into them, because they are very unique and strange and very good, then definitely check out that release. Polar Opposite Band's coming up now. This is Within Destruction with Void on Rising Nemesis Records. This is just some kind of ridiculous, brutal deathcore, death metal, stuff like that. A bunch of guest spots on here. We got Dean Lamb of Archspire, Adam Warren of Oceano, which I don't really like, and Jamie Hanks of I Declare War. Ridiculous vocals on this album. Super fast drum machine. It doesn't sound too bad though. It took me a minute to get into this because it is kind of cheesy sounding, at least. It's not like power metal cheesy, but once you get into this, it is pretty fun to listen to. It's not something I listen to a lot, but it's still pretty sweet. Now, this is a different kind of album change. This is also on Rising Nemesis. This is Unethical by Corpse. This is their newest album. And this and the new Internal Devour album are probably tied for my Slam album of the year right now. This is one of the most ridiculous Slam albums that has ever come out. Like, this is almost Extermination Dismemberment quality kind of thing. Ultra, super duper, stupid heavy guitar tones. Great vocals. Speaker destroying bass drops. Like, protect your sound systems, ladies and gentlemen, for this one. Go into it knowing that you're probably not gonna make it, or at least have to buy some new speakers. So if you like some super ultra ridiculous Slam, listen to this new Corpse. The instrumentation on this is amazing. They actually care about their songwriting, even though it is just stupid ridiculous heavy Slam. So I think this one's self-released, and this one kind of took me by surprise. This is Priest of Annihilation by Enthean. This is another one of those where it's a little hard to describe the genres. It's mostly like, I guess, tech death mixed with some black metal, mixed with some progressive elements, and some almost bluesy kind of guitar soloing and riffing, especially towards the later half of the album. There's just a ton of great influences on this album. The artwork's amazing. It took me a minute to actually get into this, because, I don't know, I was dumb, because I don't know who couldn't like this. Pretty indie stuff. It's on a CDR, I think. So yeah, if you like just super high quality, really classy, well put together, and they have their minds in the right place, I'll say that. This is their debut, and this is as good as a debut gets, in my opinion. It's just an ultra high quality release. This next one I've been late to buy. I've actually listened to this album for years now, and I just now bought it, and I'm kind of glad that I finally did. This is Bless He with Boils by Xanthocroid, one of the premier symphonic black metal bands in the world. Essentially just off the backs of this album, I'd have to say. Just ridiculous, huge, gigantic songwriting, instrumentation, themes. It's just like, how do you come up with this kind of stuff? It's like a self-told story. Definitely read the lyrics of this if you're gonna buy it. Listen to the lyrics with this while you're listening to it, and definitely check these guys out. I'm sure most people who'd watch this know this band. It's been covered a little bit, but I just now got around to buying it. So yeah, check out Xanthocroid. This is another one I've been dragging my feet on to buy. This is Frozen Obscene Deliverance. Yeah, by Bravanato. Pretty simple artwork here, but the music on this is just nasty, cold, disturbing, like blackened death metal with some doomy kind of tones to it, I guess. Mostly what's being played is black metal with some really incredible vocals. Extremely long song lengths. ultra high quality songwriting. The production isn't too clean. You can definitely tell that it's underground stuff, although I don't really like using that term much. But don't let the simple artwork fool you. I know artwork is a big deal for a lot of people, including myself. This band is definitely one to be on the watch for. He puts out a decent amount of music, actually. I don't know if he's put one out this year, but I'm almost certain this is a one-man band. And yeah, check out Brovana 2. I have something else I'm going to show from this band in the next video or next collection thing. This band is probably the band I like the most that I owned nothing by until now, and I got it at a place I didn't expect. This is The Destroyers of All. Yeah, by Ulcerate. I mean, hopefully everybody knows Ulcerate by now. I know I was late to the party by buying stuff from them. I listened to a lot of it online, and I guess I just never got around to buying it because it's, I don't know, I just forgot, I guess. I bought this at Half Price Books for like $5, and I about pooped myself when I saw it, because I was actually about to buy this along with a bunch of other stuff from Willowtip, which is who put this out, because I'm a huge Willowtip fanboy, and they can do no wrong in my opinion. And Ulcerate is another one of those bands that was at the forefront of creating this kind of huge, nasty death metal sound with some technicality to it. So yeah, hopefully everyone knows Ulcerate. This next one is something that I usually don't enjoy, but I've been getting into a little more lately. This is Fall Below by Stoic. It's just in a little digi-file. This is the, I think this is the debut from Stoic. This is like a nasty, filthy, hardcore, metallic hardcore kind of band, with some other influences as well. Like the vocals range anywhere from hardcore to like death metal. Really high quality stuff, a lot better production than I would have expected. Great songwriting, instrumentation. It's not like your typical, you know, like D-beat, down-tempo crap. Songwriting and instrumentation actually matters here. Really like that artwork too. So yeah, if you're into some nasty hardcore, check out Stoic. Speaking of nasty, these next three I have are pretty nasty and also pretty interesting. This is Unstoppable Parasites by Rendered Helpless. These are all on Inherited Suffering, these next three. If you know Inherited Suffering, you'll know what they do. They do a lot of slam, a lot of brutal death metal. And I actually heard of this, but I didn't know that they did it. But they have like the disc inlay. Excuse my phone ringing, I'm not going to answer that. So, this is some like purely disgusting slam. The instrumentation isn't that groundbreaking, I guess, but the vocals are just like vomitous, disgusting, huge, like it gives you that brutal feeling in the pit of your stomach better than pretty much any other vocal performance I could think of. The vocals kind of carry this album on its back, and definitely check out Rendered Helpless. It's a ridiculous album. This next one is another one from Inherited Suffering. This is The Partisan Turbine, self-titled. I guess this is technically a compilation, but I think it's labeled as a full-length. This is a combination of a full-length and an EP, I believe, from The Partisan Turbine. It's kind of like a deathcore, brutal death metal, grindcore, slam band. From what I understand, it's a little old too, but just great, chaotic, well-structured. Yeah, I know it's kind of oxymoronic to say that, but it's not just like noise. They actually know what they're doing. Great instrumentation, ridiculous drums. Wish these guys would have stayed around longer to make some more music, because that was pretty good. This next one is another gigantic slam release. I think this came out like December last year, so I kind of count it as this year. This is The Void Between Worlds by Gravitational Distortion. I really love their logo, by the way. Like, I know it's the typical unreadable Slam logo, but I kind of like theirs for some reason. This one also has the disc stuff on it. I just love that. It's the little things that count for me. But yeah, this is some more ultra stupid heavy Slam, spacey, kind of themed, I guess. One thing I do want to complain about on this album is that I've noticed something that's kind of a trend, I guess. There's like a huge empty void of music that's, I guess, supposed to be like an interlude in the last track, which I've noticed a couple bands do that now, and I really dislike it. So if you want feedback, don't do that. But yeah, check out Gravitational Distortion on the other hand, you know. It's still good. This next one kind of took me by surprise. Oh wait, that's the wrong disc. Hold on. This next one, I've been looking for a band like this for a long time, and I've yet to find them, and I finally found it. This is Rape Your God and Pray for Reprieve by Odem. Let's try to get that artwork on there. This is about as close to Mitochondrion as I could possibly find, and I'm not saying that they're ripping them off. The CD is in my car. The CD that was in there is the Unlock the Shrine by Ruins of Beverast. So yeah, if you know Mitochondrion, it's like ultra fast, ultra evil, uncomfortable, chaotic sounding death black metal with some experimental sides to it. I love this kind of stuff. This is something that I could listen to forever. Like, I've always said Archaon is one of the albums I'd take with me if I was trapped on a deserted island. And this is almost up there. These guys definitely have the potential to catch up. And this is their newest EP as well. The Valley of Cut Tongues. I'm bad with names, so I usually have to read them. But this just furthers their sound. It has a little bit better production. Louder vocals, I suppose. The imagery on this album and this band in general is pretty grotesque. Lots of mutilated babies, lots of dead bodies, stuff like that. So if you like ultra evil black death metal that isn't just war metal, and it's more blackened than death, I guess, check out Odem. They won't disappoint. This next one, I'm not really sure how to say, but we'll give it a try. This is the debut album from the Elite Five entitled Depths of Rulla, something like that. This is a side project from Duncan Bentley, I believe, from Vulvodynia. Yep. This is more deathcore-ish than Vulvodynia, which isn't entirely a bad thing. Like, I'm not a hater of deathcore by any means. I kind of used to be, but I've found many bands that I enjoy. I love that artwork on the disc there. But yeah, this is some really technical, brutal kind of deathcore, I guess. A little different from Vulvodynia, but it's not something so out there that you wouldn't recognize it. So definitely check that out. There's an orange version and there's a blue version, which is this one. So go support that. I think the funds are going to helping someone's family or something. I don't remember, but if it's for a good cause, go ahead. And this next one totally took me by surprise. I didn't expect to buy this. I didn't even expect to like this that much, because I didn't like their album previous to this that much. I have it, but I don't know. It could have been better. But this one, this is yeah, this is Dreamless by Fallujah. This album blew all my expectations that I had for it out of the water. I can't even describe the kind of feelings this gave me when I first listened to it. I'm so glad that they finally found their own direction, I suppose, because The Flesh Prevails was a good album and all, but it was just missing something. And this is the album that solidifies them as a legitimate threat in the music space, I guess, because there's almost nothing else out there like it. It's really dreamy, it's really technical, Still has that deathcore-ish sound, but it's not something that's off-putting anymore to some people who'd want to get into this. There's a lot of electronic music on this. There's some really dreamy electronica, synthanasia, if you will. So check this out if you have like some mixed feelings about the band, because that will change your mind. And this last one I've saved the best for last. This is essentially the reason why I'm doing the next series that I'm doing, and I had no idea that this even existed. So this is the one they were waiting for by Eliminator. This is a slipcase version. I got number 100 of 100. I thought the label that put this out was totally gone. Obscure Sombre right here. Apparently they're still running, but they're defunct, so they're just getting rid of their merchandise. Spoilers, this is my favorite album of all time. The singular one that I would pick. I know a lot of people can't just pick one, and a lot of people have one per genre, but this is the one. And I'm not going to go too much into detail about this album yet, because that's what the next video is for. So if you want to check out this band, just to see what my tastes are like, check this out. I command you to listen to this right now. Turn off the video right now. Go listen to this. So yeah, this is like the worst slipcase ever, by the way. This is actually just paper. But I'm not entirely complaining, because I'm still happy to have this. So hopefully you found something at least enjoyable here. As always, the links will be in the description. Expect a new video not too long from now, and hopefully my blabbering isn't too boring. So I'll see you next time, and I hope you like the new series.